It's freaking cold outside, like freezing, snowing, miserable cold outside. So of course, you'll find me inside, being lazy. And I mean like really lazy. But I'm also hungry, and on a cold, lazy day, nothing sounds better to me than a big bowl of chili. And so today, I'm sharing my super lazy chili recipe that uses off-the-shelf ingredients to cut the prep to almost nothing. Start it in the morning, and you can pretty much forget about it until the aromas draw you in for a bowl. The recipe is really simple, and prep is fast, so grab a skillet and we will get started. First thing we're gonna do is brown some ground beef. I've got about 2 pounds here, and I prefer not to break it up too much. Bigger chunks make for a heartier chili. So get that nice and browned, and then scoop it out. We don't want to strain it, we want to leave the oil, which we'll use with our next ingredient, 1 white onion. Dice this up into small pieces and set it aside, and then hey, clean your cutting board. Have a little respect for your kitchen. Next, dice a couple of jalapenos and set those aside. You can use more or less depending on your desired spice level, and leave the seeds and membrane in for the heat. Now go ahead and drop your onions into the fat from your beef on a medium heat and give them a bit of a sweat. You don't really want to fully caramelize them, just a little color to open up the flavor is all you need. And that sizzle, it sounds so nice. Just take a minute and listen. Alright, grab your slow cooker. If you don't have a slow cooker, a stock pot on the stove over low heat works just as well. Go ahead and start by adding the beef. This will help put a little bit of grease on the bottom of the pot and prevent anything from sticking and burning. Add your jalapenos, and then of course those onions, still sizzling, amazing. 1 can of kidney beans goes in, 1 can of pinto beans goes in, 1 can of the hot Ro-Tel tomatoes, and 3 cans of the original Ro-Tel tomatoes. This is where those off-the-shelf lazy ingredients really pay off. So fast and great flavors. I add enough tomato juice to make sure that everything will be able to cook in liquid. The amount of liquid in the pot will increase while you cook, so it doesn't need to be fully covered. Add some dark chili powder to your preferred taste and heat level, and then stir that all together. Make sure all the ingredients are well mixed so it's balanced throughout, and just look how dang pretty that is. Great ratio of beans to beef. Okay, at this point you can throw the lid on and set your heat to low. I'll turn on the timer for all day, like 12 hours, just so that it'll keep cooking. It'll be ready to eat after a couple hours of simmering, but the longer it cooks, the more those flavors develop. This is ready to eat now. I mean, holy smokes, it's really tempting to just take a big bite, but I'm gonna try and hold out as long as I can for the best possible flavors. I made it 6 hours. About 6 hours I had to have a bowl. It smelled too good, and I like my chili with shredded cheese, Fritos, and of course, my favorite gluten-free cornbread muffins. I'll link the recipe below. This is so good. Perfectly hits the spot for a hot meal on a cold day, and it's so darn easy, there's no excuse not to make this chili. Seriously, you can thank me later, give it a shot, takes almost no effort, and I'll be back soon with another great recipe. If you like this video, please consider subscribing.